Hello, my name's Squishy Breadish, and I am a Twitch streamer. Um, so I thought maybe I should start uploading some stuff onto my YouTube channel. So hi YouTube. I'm going to start off with my artwork that I've done from 2020 to 2021. Um, so yeah, if you're interested in watching my streams on Twitch, you can just go on Twitch, search the name squishy_British, and you'll find me. It'll be a girl with a loaf of bread, um, and it's great. It's all fun. So this is the only reason it's from 2020 to 2021 is because all my other pieces of work are in notebooks. This is everything that I've done on watercolor paper that I've had, and it starts from March because I didn't start using my watercolor paper until then. So let's get started. This is the first one that January, February, yeah. This is the first one. It's not the first one that I ever did on Twitch. I'll show you the one that I did first on Twitch. But I think this is the first or second one. I can't remember. I remember the first one that I did. But this is from Demon Slayer. Yes? Yes. I always get so confused with Demon Slayer and then Dragon Slayer because I've watched Fairy Tail, so I often get mixed up. So that was the only one that I did in March. I didn't do anything in April or May in my watercolor books. But if you're interested, I do have some more pieces of artwork that I can show off. So this is all the artwork that I did in May. This is Sirius Black, Chat Noir. I was still like trying to figure out what I was doing in my streams. This is the first drawing that I ever did on stream. It's not great. And I was still quite new to the whole watercolor process as well. So some of these are with marker. I think this was with a hoo markers. Then we got to June. This is the first watercolor piece that I did without involving markers. And it's of all the characters from One Piece. So you've got Chopper down here, Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Frankie, Robin. Hold on, Brooke. I almost forgot. And Brooke. Why would I forget Brooke? He's one of the best. Let me get this one out for you. This is Fairy Tail. This is like the third Fairy Tail drawing that I've done throughout my life. So, if you can't tell by now, I am a portrait artist. I've been doing portraiture since I was in year 5, so when I was about 12. And it progressed from there. This is Luna Lovegood. This is a streamer that I did a drawing of. Bellatrix Lestrange. This was the first time I did a full body. Not great, but it's okay for first attempt. And then we start to get more into it now, and this is where I started to stream more often. This is Yamada from Bigada H Gear. I think it's Yamada. Yeah, I think so. And then we have Honey Senpai from Oran High School Host Club. And he was the first one that I did detailed hair for. And if you're wondering how I did the black lines, all of that was black watercolor. So I literally got a tiny brush and I had to do all the lines separately. It honestly killed me. This is the first commission that I ever did. I think this was like me still. I was still trying to figure out watercolor at this point, so it wasn't the greatest. Everything was still getting a bit smudged and everything, so it's not always great. But then we've got July. And this is from an anime. Most of these you'll see are from an anime. This is from Could Realize. It's Lupin and Cardia. It's a great anime, I love it. I'd highly recommend it for anybody. And then we've got some more Demon Slayer for Zenitsu. I was still trying to challenge myself because I can't really do much past shoulders. So, and you'll see as we progress forward in my work that I'm trying to grow a bit more out of that. So this is Mirror from Fairy Tail. I was doing an anime challenge for quite a while, and that's where most of these anime drawings have come from. I'm actually quite happy with this one, especially with her hair. I really like her hair. There's the full picture of it. Well, the full length of her hair. And then we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Violet. I really enjoyed figuring out how to do like the purple on her face and the bubblegum. It's not one of my best for hair. I still struggle with hair. It's a real pain. But I like that one. This is one of my first animal drawings. This was actually a redeem, because we have a redeem on the channel, where you can pick out my next drawing, or you can have a doodle. But this was pick out my next drawing that I would do, and you get a full piece like this. And this is the jellyfish, because I decided that I wanted to do a jellyfish, because he wanted a full whole entire underwater scene, but I said, you know what, I fancy drawing a jellyfish, so let's compromise, and it's still underwater, it's still an underwater animal, it's just being more specific. I said, okay, I've been wanting to draw a jellyfish for a little while, so we'll do that. So it still was under the same criteria. This was the first monthly prompt I ever did, and it was Wonderland. And it's one of the flowers, one of the talking flowers that you see within the Disney animated version of Alice. So I went through a lot of processing for that, and there was multiple layers involved. It took me quite a while to do that one. And then we get into August. So I think all of this goes from the most recent that I did in August to the earliest I did. So as you can see, I started this one the end of August, and then the next one it's just a little bit earlier on. So this is a commission, and it was for a D&D character, and this is kind of a phase where I went through where they had really big faces. I don't know why, but they just had really big faces. But it was also just hair texture as well. And then I tried to do my own D&D character. So this is Cupcake and Sprinkles. That's Cupcake and that's Sprinkles, before you ask. So Cupcake was a food minotaur that wanted to be a chef and would kill anybody that hated his food, essentially. And there's many stories of him, but the one that I'll just shortly tell you is that he managed to rip somebody's arm off, and then he used that arm to slap somebody in the face to death. And they did die. So, that's that one. And then we have some Death Parade action. And this was, so there's a scene in Death Parade, and it's the final scene. Spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen Death Parade yet. But she goes in the elevator to either be reincarnated or go to the void. And before the elevators close, she shows this face. She doesn't have all this cracking going on. She just shows this like teary-eyed look to Queen Deckham, and the elevator doors close. But I remembered in, I don't know whether it's no, it's not the opening. In the ending song credits thing, whatever you want to call it, there was this cracked doll with green hair, like green flowy hair. And I really liked the cracked look on its face, so I decided to add it in as my own personal touch. This is one of the ones that I'm most proud of doing. This is another monthly prompt, and it was for creatures of folklore, and you could pick any kind of folklore you wanted. And since I'm in cartoon, Japanese, anime kind of territory, I did Jogamo, and I have a whole entire like description at the back as well. But let me, since I like this one a lot, I'm not very good at spiders. You can kind of tell that I'm not good at spiders. I'm a lot better at people than I am at animals, but that's because I've been practicing them more than animals. But that's that one, and there's a whole entire description at the back there. And then we go on to some Danganronpa, and this was the design on the butter packaging when Mondo got turned into butter. And it's one of the best scenes that I've ever seen. I love the animation that they do for it. I didn't do anything in September, but I did some stuff in October, apparently. This is just how I've done it. So this is Darling in the Franxx. I don't think this was one of my best works, but it's okay. It's chill. We'll just go past that one. So then we have a monthly prompt of Cemetery, and I think I did really well on this side. So this side is meant to be a statue, and then this side is kind of like a a corpse laying inside its coffin. And I had a thing with roses at that point in time. I don't know why, but if some of the other ones that I've done, you can see how I do roses, and that's how I do roses. I start from the middle and then I work myself out. So that is, if you're ever interested in seeing the process of them, you won't be able to see any of these ones, but my most recent works you'll be able to, because Twitch doesn't save your videos after a certain amount of time. So most of these are gone now. But this one I'm quite proud of as well. So this is a scarecrow, and I really wanted to draw one in that particular year, because we had been talking about doing a Halloween campaign for D&D. I really wanted to play a scarecrow, and we ended up not playing, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna make one and I'm just gonna draw one instead. So, this is what the turnout was, essentially. If you want to see some more images that I've done, well, drawings, there's a couple more. Most of these, there's only like a couple additional ones that you probably will not see because they're in a different book. But if you go on to my Instagram, which is also squishy_Breadish, you will find some of the ones that are in my different artwork books. I do have a Discord as well, but I don't know whether to involve that yet. So this is Todoroki, and you can see the roses again. I honestly don't know what I was going on with the roses at that point in time. I think it was because of the drawing I did for Chat Noir. I think that really sparked something with me and wanting to do flowers or just roses in general. So we have that one. And then we have another monthly prompt, and I'll get this one out. So this was a monthly prompt of stitches. This was a very mentally emotional, heavy driven one. I was okay at the time. I wasn't like out of my head or anything, but it was just like a piece of reminder of the past for me. And I think a lot of people feel the same way when they see this, when they get the kind of messaging. So it was all about like how the inside of you is beautiful, no matter how much you look hurt on the outside, no matter how many scars you have on the outside. Because I have scars, like, I have permanent scars that won't fade, and it's... most of them are from stupid things, but they are still a reminder of what's happened in the past, and sometimes that's not always positive, but you just have to think of it as a positive. So then we have November. So this is a monthly prompt of Cozy, and it was me. So this is a self-portrait, and these are my boyfriend's hands, because that's where I feel most safest and comfortable. Where I can feel like you can be yourself, and when you can be yourself, you can be really cozy. And I think that's what I was trying to convey. I don't know if I actually managed to convey it, but that's what I was trying to do. So this was the Tamayori Princess. Um, it's one of the animes that I've watched a lot, and I wanted to try and do this backhand as well, kind of vibe. Not great, but decent. He's okay. I think I did alright with him. So this is the 2020 piece that I have. This is the first one that I did in watercolor. I didn't really do any other ones in 2020. All the ones in 2020 are in a different book. That's the only reason. I was just like, you know what? I don't really have any other place to put it, so we're gonna put it in the 2021's area. So technically this is just artwork from 2021. But since that's there, I have to put it as 2020. So then we go on to December. And this is an original character that I did, and it was from my own imagination that I had, and it was just initially a person with holding up a mask with an eye. I didn't think about the colours until later on. It was originally just going to be a white mask like the ones you would see in drama. But then I was just like, that's kind of boring. So then I added a bit of yellow, a bit of colour. I mean, why not, really? You know? Have a bit of fun. Then we have, I think this is the last one of this year. And this is a snowy winter owl that I did for Winter Woodland. And it was a monthly prompt that I did. And I'm still trying to do animals decently. Doing fur is very hard. And it's incredibly hard when you're in watercolour as well. And I had only been playing with watercolour, when did I start? September, August time. So now I've done it for a decent amount of time. Once it gets back round to August again, it'll be a year that I've been meddling around in watercolour with. So that's the last one there. The only thing that I have here is the swatches that I've done. So this was when I first got my watercolour set. Yeah, and this is when I first got my brushes as well. So these are all swatches. And then I did a piece on it. So this is, I did a space piece. Just to see what the colours could do, really. Just get a basis, you know. And then that's just the swatching pages. All of these gathered in here are swatch pages. Or I've just done random stuff. So then we have, I think these are just doodles. So these are doodles that I've done. So we had that, and then I think that was just me messing about on that side. And then that was me testing out my markers. That was the first one that I've done. And then I did this piece. I don't know why. It reminds me of like the very old pieces that I used to do. Some nostalgia, honestly. And then there's just some extra pieces on the back here. Nothing like too fantastic, you know. And that's why they're just kind of tucked at the back. There we go. So then I've only got these. These are glossy prints. So if I get it out, you can see that there's a bit of shine to it. This was so people could start buying copies of it, but I've not really had anybody ask me for any of them, so. And that was for me to give to the person that I got the commission from. So we'll flip back to the beginning now, and then I'll show you what I've started to do in 2022. Oh, sugar. So this is my 2022 folder. So this is Athena, God of War, strategy and all that kind of business. And this was the most recent piece in January that I've done. I'm quite proud of it, honestly, compared to what I initially started out as. And you'll see as we progressively go through these, what I'm trying to do, really. This was a glow-in-the-dark piece, and you'll be able to see the glow-in-the-dark version on Instagram if you want to see what that looked like. And then we go into February, and this is where it starts to get a little bit more clean, a little bit more cleaner, a little bit more professional, I suppose. And this is where I've brought watercolor pencils at this point now, so I can do smaller details, and I don't really have to use fine liner because I want to try and use different colors that isn't just black. So this was an original character called Angie Blue, and she loves food and has been addicted to drugs since a very early age. She was meant to be in a roleplay Discord server that I took part in, but then it kind of went dead. So that was that. Then this is a monthly prompt that I did, and it's for outer space. I know it doesn't really look like outer space, but I wanted to do galaxy tigers, not spiders. Tigers. So this is the end product, and this is the swatch page that I did and somehow managed to mess up somehow. So I have a rough swatch page. And then we get this one. This is the oldest that I did in February. And then I've got one more that I've got in the works right now. It's in its draft stage at the moment, so I'm probably not going to show it today. But if you're interested, it will be still as a recording on Twitch. So this is Apollo, god of music, and I was really trying to nail his posture, which I'm pretty sure that I did. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really trying to go for posture this year. I'm just trying to go for anatomy in general because I had been kind of stuck in the head and shoulder phase for way too long, and I wanted to just get out of it. So yeah, that's all the ones that I've got for now. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you're interested in my Instagram or my Twitch or my Discord, if you want to join and have a look at all the processes and all that type of stuff, then I'll leave it in the description, and I'll see you guys all later. Stay fresh, stay squishy, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye!